Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome,
Hello, everyone.
welcome to the coffee talk number 2.
Yes.
And we are here to talk about money. And what was the other one?
Creation.
Creation.
How does it get any better than that?
How does
I love
it?
it so much that we have this kind of, to just meet and have like a coffee chat or a coffee talk about different topics. I love it so
And
much.
in case you missed the last one, we had one before, and it was about X-Men, and we just started this like with the idea of, hey, let's just be, and we were having this nurturing conversation together as a team. We all are part of the team of Heather Nichols. And we were just having a vulnerable conversation, and we had so much fun. And then we were like, "Hey, what would it be like if we would just broadcast this, and maybe it will be a contribution?" So, welcome, and let's see where it goes today.
And Anna Maria just said before, oh, I've got a really cool story about money and creation. So let's go.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah, okay, so now I'm getting in my story mood.
Get set.
Yesterday I went shopping, and actually I think it was yesterday, I went shopping and I went to a few stores, and then like when I was in the last one, I took some things, and when I get like to pay for them, the lady there said to me a price that it was something like, oh my god, it's so much money, what am I doing? And all of that shit just came out, and it was like, okay, so what now? I was, hey, you know what, now I can choose like what I was choosing before, to make myself wrong, to judge myself, to go into all the distractor implants, to whatever, or I can just to use the tools, and whatever tools come up, I remember. And I actually paid for those things, and on my way home I was using like every tool that I could remember, and they was like, so is this mine? Maybe not, I'm not sure. And then about the distractor implant, and then I remembered what Heather said in her last 5 days of creation, unlocking your abilities with money. Um, she actually said, "Hey, I changed my reality with money by just choosing to be vulnerable with me, and every time I go into like crazy stuff about money, I just stop myself." And I was like, "Okay, I can do that." So it was like that moment of choice. Hey, I can stop this. And then I got home, and I got more and more aware. Hey, that whole thing wasn't mine. I was just so aware of everyone else. And then when I just remembered the price that I paid for those things, it was like, wait a minute, that's not that much. What was that going on? And then I had so much fun, and it's like, hey, I have a choice. I can choose either to go into the wrongness of me, like, oh my god, I'm so wrong, I'm gonna be so fucked up for the next month, blah blah blah. Or hey, what else is possible?
Wow.
And can I just throw in here, like in case any of you guys watching is new to these conversations, what Anna Maria has been mentioning, like the tools or distractor implants, and is it mine? These are all tools from Access Consciousness, and you get more information about that on the website accessconsciousness.com. So I just wanted to throw it in there, like, what the fuck is she talking about?
What distractor? What?
What?
But well,
Yeah.
Anna Maria, thank you for bringing that energy. It's like, wow, really that moment of choice and then choosing something else. And it can be so easy, but I also get like, yes, it's easy, and it also requires so much presence. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Wow.
and I'm just grateful for all the tools from Access Consciousness. Those times when I'm like, okay, I have choice. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. What an incredible awareness that you had, like, and choice to like be completely present in the moment, to be like, okay, I have choice here. I can go into the drama and trauma and wrongness, or I have a totally different possibility. I love that. And getting that awareness, like, is this even mine? Or how much are you aware? How much are we all aware of? I was just having this conversation with a client of like all the drama and trauma and upset and, you know, of money and people feeling like they're stuck right now or can't create, or, you know, and how much was that the first thing that came to mind, you know, and then to choose beyond it and be like, wait a minute, this isn't even mine. This doesn't belong to me.
Yeah. Because before you know it, like if you don't get present in that very second, like I've had many times when I walked in a whole day of craziness, right? And you can totally lose yourself. And then with this choice, like you just made, you can totally flip it around and create a new possibility with it. That's wow.
And I just wanted to mention, thank you, Anna Maria, for that. And I just wanted to mention that actually also after this call with Heather, I'm more starting playing with money because I realized it's not really a serious thing. And
No.
for us humanoids, it's like just numbers and just papers. If we don't go to this drama as you chose like differently this time, like it's just like fun for us. Except this reality takes it too seriously, and like you can't play with money. You need money. You can't play with money. And since I started to play with money, I am having more and more money, and it's even more fun. So how does it get any better than that? And like making more and more irrational choices, you know. And I can't explain to my husband. But the good thing is he don't want to explain anymore. He's like, you know what? Here you go, and like do whatever.
I love that.
Because he realized that at the end it's working, and he is super rational. But sometimes he doesn't know how I do that, but it's working. So he's like, okay, you know what? Like, go for it. Like playing, you know.
I love it. I was once on a call with Crystal Puterai, and she had like a date with your business and a date with your money. And I love that so much. Like if money was your flirt, how would you talk to it? What could you receive from it? And sometimes when I go into this lack of I need money, like it always helps me. So thank you, Marketa, for bringing this energy up again. Like to just say, okay, so if I would be money, actually, how would I like me to talk? Who would I like people to talk with me? Like, you know, and then it becomes this whole playful, sexy, even sexy orgasmic experience. And then how much more does money want to come into your life? Come into your life.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. We've been doing these sex and bodies calls with Heather, and it's so funny because this is a money and creation conversation, but it's all like intertwined together, and like money is for your body, right? So if we like can play with that energy of flirting with money and inviting money and having like that sexualness energy with money, I mean, how much fun is that?
Yes.
It's
I was
completely
also
beyond
going like,
reality. Yeah, sorry, Evitka.
you go.
No, I just wanted to say that this is completely beyond this reality. And if like somebody like listen to that, they can say like they are crazy completely. But like the truth is that this reality is crazy. For me at least.
Exactly. And we have Leilani hopping on the live stream saying, "Hi, ladies."
Hey.
Hi, Leilani.
Hi, Leilani. I was wondering because here on StreamYard it says Facebook user,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, we have one Facebook user saying hello.
Yeah, there are more people watching us. Yeah, cool. So what were you going to say, Eva?
Oh, I was just like, you know, oh, tonight we're gonna have our coffee talk and money and creation. What am I gonna say about it, or do I have to say something about it? And especially the last weeks, I noticed so much when I was still creating something for the money or doing something because I knew it's an exchange. Like I give time and my knowledge, and in exchange, I get money for it. So I just saw all these places where I was still doing that, like exchanging time towards money. And so I've been asking today what it would be like if money was just no topic or no issue or not required at all. What would I truly like to create? And just the energy showing up was just so like, oh my God, because it's just been so much space and so light and so joyful and so much ease with it. When I just, was asking, hey, cool, if money was not required at all, what will I love to create and what would be fun for me? And not to create stuff to get money in exchange for it.
Yeah, and as humanoids, we don't work for money. Like we it doesn't work, you know? It's like it's not even, it's like the more we play and just have fun. And like I love what you said, Eva, about like, all right, well, if money wasn't the issue, like what would I choose? What would actually be fun for me to create as my life? And it's amazing how money follows that. Like money follows the joy of things. And like when we're having fun and just doing things because they light us up, because they like expand our world, it's like you don't even notice, like, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the money's just flowing in with ease. But it's like when you put all your attention in it, like, oh, where's the money coming from? Where's the next dollar going to come in? It's like we push money away or something. But like it seems like when the more we play and they're just like, hey, let's see what this creates and let's have fun, like the money just comes in with ease. I don't know, it's just been like so much fun to like watch and to play with. Because like the more joy I have, like the more it's like, oh, money's just coming in now, and I hadn't really noticed. You know?
It's like money party.
Yeah.
Would you like to have a drink, money? And also, like what I realized is I truly very often limit the money streams. You know, like this flow of money, like from which direction or exactly from where it should come. And when I like don't do that, when I'm like, hey, surprise me, then I start to realize that it's like completely like different ways that I could never imagine. And also the thing is that like if somebody invite me for something or give me something for free, before I didn't acknowledge that. And now I started to acknowledge that more and more and more, because this is also money for me. So like, you know, like, because it's not just the form of money, but also this, because you don't pay them.
That makes me aware of like the acknowledgement part. Like what I've been doing these last couple of period of time is every time someone gave something to me, whatever that was, like business wise or energy wise or whatever wise, I used to like think I was receiving it, like over here I was receiving it, and then I would acknowledge it, but it was more from the mind acknowledgement. So what I've really been inviting myself to is to every time like be present with it and actually lowering my barriers, like even lower than I could imagine them. And it's so uncomfortable to really choose that for me, but to do that every time, so I energetically also receive it. And that is something that has really started to change something in my world, from receiving it more with my mind or something like that, to really allowing it to change my world, actually.
I love that. And also, like, I started playing with that all too. Like, hey, what are actual currencies for me? and it's not just money, like paper money. And I receive like gifts and stuff and ease and joy and all of those energies that are such a contribution in my life and make my life more easier, more fun, more. And yeah, I'm acknowledging more and more like, hey, what currencies are actually for me? I'm not sure if this makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Totally.
absolutely. All the ways that like and that's something I've been looking at a lot is like when things are gifted, or even if somebody buys you, lunch, or, like just acknowledging that. And like Birgit said, like allowing that to just be like barriers down and receiving, and like how much that creates like a different energy in your world too. Like, I love that. Like different currencies. If what if coffee was currency? What if
Yeah.
And anytime we're gifted anything and acknowledging like, oh, I created that as money, too. I don't know. I love that. It's such like a receiving energy, instead of going into like where so much of the time, at least for me, like I'd always be like, no, I got it, I'm fine, and like not being willing to like receive from other people. And like really like, okay, barriers down, like what can I receive, and then acknowledge like, oh, like, okay, what else, and from like just a like complete like melty receiving joyful place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I love what Leilani is writing here.
Oh yeah, you go.
Yes, what would it be like if we could create money with no point of view, no doing, no proving, only being? And I remember when I started, or I came into Access or got introduced to Access and all the tools, like I was like, when people said, well, it's having money is just a choice. And I was like, what? Are you kidding me?
F you.
It's like a good joke. Do you have a next one?
Yeah.
No,
You're a
Tiffany
crazy motherfucker.
said how to make more money.
But it's really like when you start looking at it and asking yourself questions like, do I love money? Do I hate money? All these things that start showing up, or what points of views do I have about money? Like, I know in my family or where I live, the point of view, like you have to work hard to create a lot of money, like really hard, like almost dying hard, to have a lot of money. Or money is not growing on trees. Like there are so many points of views, even from history, from family, from society, that we all kind of bought or learned when we grew up. So it's just so interesting to ask yourself, what points of views do I have around money, and to look at that and what's showing up.
I love how we're giving like so many tools in this life. We're like, and there's also this, and there's also this, and you could do this, and I did that. And
But I love it, because if we would go out, like, sit in a coffee place right now, the five of us, and we would talk about money and creation, we would say exactly the same. Like, oh, you have to try this, and have you tried that already?
And regarding the two ladies, for me, like eye-opening, it was the question, what do you hate about having money? This was like, what? And I realized, like, I found so many things, but like, what do you hate about having money? The first was like, I don't hate anything, I love money. And then, true. And then I was like, oh.
Yeah.
so Heather has a call coming up. It's not only about money, but it is also about money and about creation and about living and about all of this and more. The miracle of being you in business. Starting in 2 days, actually.
Yeah, Friday.
January 22, this Friday. So yeah, we can Eva, you can pop a link, right, later on for everyone that is like, I wanna explore that.
Yeah, totally check that out. And like every class that I took with Heather just exploded my world and my universe. And I'm like, oh my God, wow.
So much. And it's never like every class that isn't about money or isn't about creation is still about money and still about creation. And any
Yes.
class that's not about bodies is still about body. Like everything is all about the creation of living, which is, like her specialty, which is amazing. And it all like, I don't know, all has to do with everything, all the quantum entanglements and like all of it. It's incredible. And I don't know, I'm really looking forward to this call because it's the miracle of being you in business and like having your reality business where like I never thought I could do business. Business is something my father did, and something like from like this like stuffy, like cutthroat kind of thing where there was like stress and like ugliness and all the things. And I was like, I don't ever want that as my reality. So I never wanted anything to do with business. And now like with just from working with Heather and just like from other like access tools and all the things to be like, oh, I can actually have my reality with business and it doesn't have to look like what I thought business was supposed to be. So I love that this class is a miracle of being you in business, not doing business as reality.
Line as well, right? How to create everything you desire with half the work and twice the profit.
I love that.
Universe, I will have that.
Yeah. Can I have that, please?
Because how often do we reject what we know about money? Because, we decided other people are doing it the right way to create money and totally reject what we know and what we are aware of. So I love that you said that again. So pointed, Melissa, like being you or the miracle of being you in business. And this also, of course, includes money, as your business is your life and your life includes money. Your body loves money. And so what do we know about that?
Yeah, and that exploration of like even that question just of what is my reality with business or with money? Like, what is that? That is something we so not learn to ask. Like, we just have this reality and then we think this is our reality. And then asking for what is our reality and what is our capacity. Like, for me, when I started to ask, what do I know about money? That was like, huh? I know this about money? That was not my reality. I know this. Whoa, what else? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I was also judging myself so harsh about money. Like I just don't get money. I'm like so wrong and bad around money. And also, as you said, Birgit, when I asked, hey, what do I know about money and what is my reality with money? It's so different and so much more ease and fun. and I can't wait to find out more of my reality with business because I was choosing this reality and totally failing it.
And also this question, like, what do I know about money and business, is so empowering because you are acknowledging that there might be something. It's not
Just maybe.
like I am bad and I'm like, no, others, they know with money, I don't. This was my reality. And when I ask, wait, what do I know? It's just like you at least acknowledge that there is something. And then you start to open whole universe. And what if it's enough just follow the energy, even with the money, not to compute, not to calculate.
Yeah.
And actually recently there was like kind of investment or something, and it exactly matched the energy I asked for. And I didn't want to know anything. I just went for it. And it's like from the point of visuality, it seems to be crazy, but it worked so like good. And as Evička, you said, there's like joy, follow money, but we very often like change time for money. So we also kind of make these areas of our life. And recently I was like, yeah, but like in business, I'm doing this, and like there's not this like money flow, no. And then, but wait, but what about like the money over there? It's exploding. It's like flourishing. So often we just cut the pieces of our life and expecting that here I'm like working more or something, and I am supposed to have money here, but we are having money in a completely different like way and area, So, and also I love this, like, what if your life is your business? And when I heard that from Heather, and I remember one call when I was in bed with my little baby. He was little at the time, and I was breastfeeding him. And she was like, Heather, she was like, and what if this is also your business, like part of your business of your life? I was like, what? This was like, am I dreaming? Yeah, it was so light for me. So I was like, wow, this I want to explore more.
And you've been translating with Breastfeeding Patrick. So like it totally turned into business too. So I love it.
So I will call my business like Breastfeed Business.
And like, you might get some interesting clients.
And I might be super rich, right?
Wow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I thank you for this. And I think we might have gotten a bit to the end of this conversation for now, right? Thank you. And yeah, for everybody watching, thank you as well. And we'll have more coffee chat. So if you like this, yeah, stay tuned for all these different chats we will be having. And if you have something to share with us, we also love to read from you. So thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much.
Ladies.
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks everyone watching.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.